Hey ladies, welcome back to Lulu's Boutique Academy. In case you haven't read the title, today I'm going to talk about ordering overseas, primarily from Aliexpress, but I will kind of go over like DHgate and stuff like that. Also, I see this question come up a lot in boutique information type groups, and so I figured I would do a quick one to cover it. If you're a more experienced boutique owner, obviously this is probably something that you're already going to know, but I'm trying to make videos that kind of covers a wide range of experience levels for the boutique world, or the more so the crafting world, I guess you could say. So Aliexpress, in case you're super new, is basically Walmart of China. It's a huge website, and I'm going to turn the camera around and show you around it a little bit, but it's basically like you can find anything you could possibly want on their website, and it's ordering from China. And there are some do's and don'ts, and there are some precautions you need to take, and lots of things you need to know before you place an order on there. So let's go over those things. So one of the first things I noticed when I started shopping on Aliexpress is when you're looking for something very specific, you have to kind of change up your verbiage depending on how the search is going. If you find that you're not finding what you're looking for, then figure out what other word you can use instead of the one you're using currently, because a lot of their English isn't super fluent and they use different verbiage than we do. So just try to figure out what else it could be called, or what they could be calling it. So let's say you are looking for bottle caps. You type in bottle caps and you're going to get this whole list of different shops and what they offer. Obviously, you're going to look at the price, you're going to look at the picture, and you're going to choose one based on that. Some things you should really pay attention to is shipping free. Because a lot of times, if shipping is not free, it's gonna sneak up on you, and you're not gonna realize exactly how much you're paying until the very end, and it's already in your cart, and you're like, whoa, this is not what we agreed to. But also make sure you read the description very well. Is the sizing exactly what you want it to be? Because their units of measurement is different than ours. So make sure you're doing the conversion chart so that you're getting exactly what you're actually wanting. I actually recently bought some epoxy from DHgate, which is another China website. And because our communication was off, they sent the wrong size. They did end up fixing the issue and sent the right size eventually, but I have all this epoxy that's not the right size because their measurement was different than mine. Another really important thing that you need to do is have a conversation with them. Never ever buy something on Aliexpress without talking to them first. Ask as many questions as you possibly can think of. How long is it going to take to get to me? What all is included in this? Can you verify the size one more time? What colors are these? Ask for more recent pictures other than their stock photos, and read the reviews. Always read the reviews because it's going to tell you more about the shop than just looking at the picture. Aliexpress has ratings on each of their pictures. I'm looking over here to remind myself. They have ratings on each of their pictures, and the ratings are for the shop. That's very important. You don't want to buy something that just got put up and no one's bought them before. And obviously you don't want to buy anything that is rated super low where the shop really isn't paying attention, because you could lose a lot of money very quickly because they're in another country. There's no sort of protection unless you happen to be paying with PayPal. It's very difficult to protect your investment, especially if you're ordering in bulk, which is another reason I do suggest ordering from Aliexpress, is you can very easily order in bulk from them and get a better deal. That is the number one reason I suggest ordering from Aliexpress, and that's because doing pre-orders, you can order a lot for yourself and some friends or your customers and get a really good deal. And in the next video, I'm actually going to teach you how to hold a pre-order and how pre-orders make you a lot of money. So another thing, and I don't want to beat a dead horse. I know I've discussed this so many times, but in case this is one of the first videos you're watching, be very careful on Aliexpress when it comes to copyright and trademark infringement. Just because it's for sale on the website doesn't mean it's legal for you to have in the United States, especially if you're ordering ribbon. I mean, basically anything you order, they will offer knockoffs of everything US made, but especially ribbon. You're going to see cartoon characters and Marvel and Disney and NFL, college teams, all those things are going to be offered on Aliexpress, and just because they sell it does not mean it's actually going to make its way to you. So let me give you an example of what they do. They will put the ribbon in a box, and they'll cover it with black ribbon. So this could be knockoff ribbon, and they're going to cover it with black ribbon. And sometimes it'll make it to you, and sometimes the entire package will get seized by customs, and you will lose out on your order and on your money. It is not protected, which is another reason I don't suggest buying knockoff items. Just don't do it. Just protect your business, protect your investment. Don't buy knockoff items. Don't buy trademarked items or copyright. If it looks familiar, it probably is. You're risking a lot of money potentially. So now I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of show you around Aliexpress and some things that I've actually purchased from them that turned out to be like a really good investment, and things that I've bought over and over again. Okay, so this is what Aliexpress looks like, and I just typed in glitter buttons because I'm going to show you some that I have bought that are really, really good. But I'm typing in glitter buttons so I can show you that whenever you type something very generic in like that, it's going to give you a huge array of different type of products. Sewing buttons or embellishments or flat backs, stuff like that, or rhinestones, they're all very different. So if you're wanting embellishments or whatever specific item you're wanting, be more specific with your search. So like these I've bought before because they're flat back and they make really good embellishments for bows. But one of the words that they use a lot are caboochin, and I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's just the word that's just how I've always pronounced it, is caboochin. So that's something you want to type in a lot when doing searches on Aliexpress. So these are some of those glitter buttons that I was telling you about that I've ordered a lot. They go really, really great on bows for the side embellishments. But if you see here, glittered button, flatback is one of the main words they use here. Those are just some very important words that if you type them in there, you're going to get more of a search of what you're actually looking for than an array of all different kinds. So let's say I did want to order these and I never had before. Obviously, I'm going to pay attention to the price per lot, and this lot is 50 pieces. So I'm going to get 50 pieces for $10.32, and I'm going to double check. Shipping is free. Estimated delivery. This is so important because a lot of times Aliexpress takes a long time to get to you. So pay attention when the delivery date is and be prepared to be patient. And you can choose if you want the mix or if you want single. That's pretty obvious. Is there protection? There is. Are returns free? There are. So returns are free, but I guess they'd give you your money back. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. They'd give you your money back, but in order to ship something back to China, it's incredibly expensive. So I'm not sure why you would want to do that. Just make sure you're buying the proper thing the first go around. So if I wanted to have a conversation with the store owner, which you always want to do, like I said, you always want to have a conversation with them before you actually shop, just to make sure everything is on the up and up. I'm going to click on the store name there. And then usually on the left-hand side here is going to be like where you can contact them, but I don't see it showing up. Oh, here we go. They changed it up a little bit. I'm going to hover over their name here and then just click contact now. And here's where you would actually have a conversation with them. But you always want to have a conversation. Double check the size of these, 20 millimeters. Do your conversion chart. Figure out what 20 millimeters is in inches. And I'm doing it on the other screen. It's 0.78 inch, so it's not quite an inch in diameter. Ask them, is it actually going to arrive on August 7th? You can ask them, if I wanted to order 4,000 pieces, how much is it going to cost? Because this is a way to do your pre-order. Again, that's going to be in another video. It's a way to do your pre-order and get a better deal and make extra income or have more product than you actually need, which is a good thing. Let me turn the camera back around and talk to you guys. Okay, so DHgate is the other one I wanted to tell you guys about. DHgate, in my opinion, is much harder to shop by. And it could be different for other people, but in my personal experience, it's a little harder to communicate with people on DHgate because they tend to sell only in large quantities and like really, really large quantities. So they have minimum orders where you have to order like 1,000 pieces of whatever you're buying, or even higher. And you can't just like add it to your cart and check out. You have to have a conversation with them, which is a good thing. But sometimes communicating is hard. So if you open a shop and you start to communicate with someone and try to ask questions, and you find that the conversation is very, very difficult, I would just move on to another seller, because you really want to be able to have all your questions answered, if that makes sense. Obviously, if they don't speak very good English, there could be a lot of mess ups, especially if your order's large. Now, if you're going into Aliexpress and you're ordering that 50-piece lot of buttons and you're only spending $10, maybe you don't care about your $10. You can just add it to your cart and check out without having the conversation. But it's really, really important to have the conversation and ask all the questions you could possibly think of if you're ordering in bulk. And I'm going to do another video, like I said, on the pre-orders and ordering in bulk here in just a minute. So we can split those up if people just want to order from themselves on AliExpress or DHgate, or if they want to use the business strategy, which is how I got my business really rolling, was with pre-orders. So I'm going to talk about that next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned just a little bit more information, and I'll see you guys next time.